Hello everyone, it is Mike here and welcome to a Women's Rumble. This is our first one of 24. So very excited for this. I had to do this eventually. And it's always harder to do. It's always harder to do because we don't have as many women as we have men when it comes to the creations. But boy, do I have some surprises for you. I have some big surprises here. And of course, a lot of familiar faces as well. So, who are we kicking things off with? Well, it's the girl from Chainsaw Man. I'm not good at pronouncing anime names, so I'm not going to even try. But yeah, Chainsaw Man has some great characters. But she's a great character, too. I wonder when Season 2's coming out. Because we've had Katana Man on here. Of course, we've had Chainsaw Man also. And we're going to see who's number 2 here to face off with her. And a Nikita entrance, it looks like. And it is Cammy from Street Fighter. So we got Cammy in the house. And I'm not really big on Street Fighter, but she's very iconic. And a lot of women cosplay as her. And I am very thankful for that. Let's just say that. I'm very thankful that they cosplay as her. You know, I'm passionate. I'm passionate about their fandom. That's what it is. But anyway, I'm keeping it on 30-second entrance intervals because I don't think we're going to see a lot of super heavyweights in this. So it's not going to probably be a landslide like the last one. But anyway, we're about to see who number 3 is. And you can find all of these on Community Creations. And wow, she's already done. Emma Frost is number 3. DC character, and of course it's still lagging and it's still having that attire problem also. Every once in a while you see something with the screen. It's not on me actually. It's not on me because I can actually see it on my TV. So, it's not nothing I'm using. But Cammy dragging Frost to the ropes. And number 4 is Elvira. Of course, we had to have Elvira here. A little bit of mixture. You're going to see some Marvel, DC, horror genre, video games, everything you got. I'm going to throw at you. But there is going to be a couple instances where all these people are from one franchise. So there will be instances of that, especially one franchise that I love. And Killer Frost. Wow. Big boot there. And number 5 is Katana. Speaking of the franchise that I love, Mortal Kombat. One of the greatest franchises of all time. It's the reason why there's an M rating on the covers of games. I love that. That's just infamous at its finest. And Billie Eilish is number 6. I'm a big fan of her. Big fan of Billie. Always glad to have her back. Yeah, we're just some stuff going on with the screen. Yeah, I'm still not sold on this. I like the camera angles, but there's still some stuff that needs fixed. And maybe by the time you see this, it's been fixed. But the attires is a pain. And it's causing me to... it's taken me longer to do things because basically what I'm talking about is when I put someone in there, unless they're put in there by random, which is a possibility, I basically cannot use anyone. I have to go in and delete all the second attires if they have 2 attires. Now, most of them don't, but at least probably I would say 8 out of 30 do or 10 out of 30, at least 1/3 do. So it's kind of a pain. And you don't know which ones because I should write it down, but I don't. But still, it's a pain. And hopefully they fix that soon. I like the fact that they want to put the second attire in because before you couldn't use the second attire. But now it's causing an issue where you just can't select them at all. And maybe it will change soon. Maybe by the time you see this. But it definitely can use a couple updates. Another thing I had a problem with was I did a stable and they became invisible. So that was another issue. An invisible stable. It was cool though. It was cool. But it was very weird. And it's happened before, the invisible stuff. And 9 is Jade. So Jade's in the house, another Mortal Kombat character. Not as big a fan as of her as some of the other ones that I have in here, like Katana, and you know who the other one's going to be, obviously. So that's no spoiler. That's just a guarantee. And number 10 is Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria. She's an actress. I really like her. I really do. But Lucas made this one. I always like using his. He has a lot of great creations he does. And, yeah, what a person to create, especially her. If you guys don't know me by now, I'm more of a brunette guy, you know. When it comes to, you know, the whole man debate, brunettes and blonde debate, you know, I'm more of a brunette guy. But there's a couple occasions where, like you know, Sydney or Margot, that I make an exception. But I'm more for the brunettes. You all know that. A lot of people love blondes more, but I'm just a brunette guy more. More like the black hair, actually. If I had to choose, black hair is the best, but yeah. But anyone, any hair color, it doesn't really matter. I'm just telling you that. But yeah, Sydney Sweeney's awesome. I really like her. So glad Lucas made her. And I've never watched Euphoria. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and her character comes off as kind of a backstabber, like so. But I do like Zendaya also. So I've never watched the show. I don't know if I'm ever going to. There's just certain things about it that I, you know, don't really care to watch in the show, and some of the HBO shows I just can't do. That show I can't watch Oz. I can't watch anything in prison. You know, just anything to do with that. It's hard for me. And I've actually never watched The Sopranos, but I need to watch The Sopranos. But when it comes to HBO shows, I have watched The Wire, and of course Game of Thrones is amazing. But The Wire's really good. The Wire's an excellent show. I have watched those, but Oz is too brutal. I won't watch Oz. And Euphoria, I've heard some things, and I'm not for sure. And plus, they only have 2 seasons, and it's like it takes every 5 years to get a season, it's like, or something like that. So it doesn't sound consistent. And Spider-Gwen is number 11. House of the Dragon's good too. Any Game of Thrones related, or I like The Wire, of course, love The Wire. Cammy's still in this. Cammy's doing really good. Killer Frost is doing really good. And it's easier to get eliminated this time around, it seems like. So to see them get this far is pretty amazing. And number 12 is Harley Quinn. And look what version we have. Look what version we have. That's an amazing version. I don't think we've ever had that version. I don't, maybe once, but I don't recall. That's pretty incredible that they actually made it finally. I don't ever recall seeing that version. I think maybe I saw it one time, and I had to have some content that I didn't have. But usually we use Margot's version, or we use, I guess, one of the other cartoons. But we never see that version, hardly ever. And Wednesday is number 13. I love Wednesday. Love that show. Jenna Ortega's great. She reminds me of a female Johnny Depp, the roles that she picks, and I really like her as an actress. She is like the embodiment of the female Johnny Depp. The roles that, the roles that she does, especially Wednesday, and she's going to be in Beetlejuice. I mean, Beetlejuice Part 2. So that's going to be, I can't wait to see that. Of course, she's in Scream. She's in X. So that was a really great movie. Highly recommend X. Little bit hard R rating, but a good movie. Good horror movie. And Katana is hanging on. And Melina's 14. Melina didn't wear a mask, so it's nothing but teeth. And that's what I love about her. I love about her. You think she's this beautiful woman, and then she takes that mask off, and you're like, oh my goodness. Someone did not use Colgate today. Somebody did not use Colgate. And now we're officially at the halfway mark. Cammy is already gone. But she made it pretty far, though. We got Black Cat, though. Oh, we still got Killer Frost here. She's like number 3. And Elektra is number 16. I'm not big on Elektra. I like the... Of course, when it comes to Daredevil, I just like the Netflix. The Netflix is way better than the Ben Affleck. You know, I didn't mind Affleck as Batman. But that Daredevil movie was not that. I'm a big Daredevil fan. So Charlie Cox is my Daredevil. And he will always be my Daredevil. And look at Wednesday here. Oh, wow. So Elektra's gone. And there goes Killer Frost finally. Melina's... Oh, man. Melina already? Yeah, it seems to be going faster. A little bit. And Black Cat not looking good here. She's hanging on. And Faye, yeah, this is what I was excited about. Faye was the one that I was extremely excited about. I have never had her, and it's one that I've always wanted. Maybe I've had her once. I don't recall. I don't think I've ever had her. So this is a debut as far as I know. And you know I'm a big Cowboy Bebop fan. Big Cowboy Bebop fan. And Faye is one of my favorites. Even though the rest of the crew doesn't like her. That's what I love about it. She's not like a character that that the main character likes. The main character is devoted to one woman. And Sienna is number 18, and we all know that I love Sienna. And Jesse's 19 from the worst tag team ever. Yeah, that's what I call poor villains. Team Rocket is just, it's like a tragedy, is what it is. It's an absolute tragedy. Just like so much potential, and just, they're like bums. They're absolute bums. And there goes Faye, and Wednesday's killing it. But yeah, Team Rocket is horrible. And Daenerys is 20. Yeah, Jesse and James, and they always go up in the sky, and then that star goes off. It's just ridiculous. Wednesday gets another. Wow. Oh, wow, Katana's still in this. I didn't even notice. Wow. All right. Yeah, we're blasting off again, and yeah, it's just they're losers, is what they are. You know, when you compare like Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh obviously is way better. Like Merrick is a better villain. Pegasus a better villain. I mean, Merrick is like one of my favorite villains of all time. He's just like so intimidating as a villain. And Pegasus, of course, also he had Kaiba's brother locked away. Like, what in the world? And then you got Team Rocket. They're complete wimps. And I haven't seen all of them. So maybe they change and actually become a threat. But I've never seen a human cause a lot of problems in Pokemon. But I haven't seen all the Pokemon. So you all can tell me on that. But I don't ever recall a human being a serious problem. But maybe I'm wrong. Because I can only think of them. And then there's like a guy over them. But I never saw what he could do. So I don't know how big Team Rocket is. It's more than 2 members, I know. But I always recall them. U2 seems to be like the best one that caused the most problems. That Pokemon movie is pretty amazing. You know, he's made in the lab. He was an awesome character. He's still my favorite. Even though he's not he's more of a genetic one. But Caitlin Clark is here. 23, and this is her debut. We've never had her. She is a big upcoming basketball star. Women's basketball star. I've heard a lot about her. I've never seen her play. But they've made a lot of big comparisons with her. She's made the records for in the female leagues of basketball and stuff in college. I think she's broke the world record. So she even got LeBron's attention. You know, some people have said that she's the female MJ. I mean, I don't know. I think that's a little too much right now. But the way she's going, she's definitely going to have a great career. But I don't know a lot about her, so I just heard nothing but news articles after news articles online. I just keep on coming across and seeing her scoring more points. Record for 3, record for points. All this stuff. So she must be really good. And I think she plays for Iowa. Yeah, so far it's been Wednesday's really standing out here. Wednesday is definitely oh my goodness, a neck snap by Wednesday. I love that move. She's got like a neck snap. And the snap almost killed Sue Storm there. Yeah, Wednesday was a great show. I came to the party a little bit late though. And number 25 is Lagatha. Oh man, I love Lagatha from Vikings. She's actually my favorite character. Yeah. All the, a lot of the men on there, I just can't stand. I'm going to be flat out honest with you. I don't like a lot of the Vikings. Like, I don't like Ragnar. I don't. And when we're talking about all the Vikings, I like some of his sons. And his brother, there's moments I like him, but there's moments I can't stand him. And, I couldn't stand those guys with the face tattoos. They're like two guys, and Floki was my least favorite in the show. I really didn't like him. I know that Vikings, obviously slaughtered and all that stuff, but when you're watching this and they're just wiping out innocent civilians, it's hard to like them, And even their opponents did the same thing. So, really on the show, Lagatha's really the only one you always like. I did like that one guy. And a little bit of I'm going to go into a little bit of minor spoiler. The character basically, eventually, there's a thing that the Vikings do called, I think, a bloody eagle. It's one of the worst deaths you can ever have. Don't look it up. It's very gross. But basically the rules are for that death is if you scream, you don't go to Valhalla, which is basically their version of heaven. I think if you cry or you scream during the bloody eagle, you don't get to go to the afterlife. That's their belief or something. And it's a very painful death. And there's this character that I actually like in the Viking show. He's still like all of them. He's not a good guy, but eventually something happens where he has that done to him. And just a little minor spoiler here, but it's not really a big spoiler. He takes it like a champ. He doesn't cry. He doesn't scream. He takes it like a man. And that just gave me more respect for the guy. I forget what all the circumstances was, how it gets to that. You won't know it until, like me telling you that, you're not going to know what character I'm talking about. Obviously, it's not any of the main characters, but I really did like that guy. And I hated what happened to him. So, but maybe he was really bad. I don't remember. I just respected that he survived that without screaming or yelling. I don't see how you could, I don't see how you could, survive that without having an emotion. But, I mean, it's kind of hard to believe. But I guess some of them just had it. I don't know. I wasn't there when it happened. And there goes Lagatha. Wednesday continues to destroy anyone in her path. She's been very impressive. And Rogue is number 30. So yeah, this one is taking a little bit more time than the last one. So that's a kind of a little bit of a relief. And these have been doing really well, but I think as time goes on, they will start to fade. Honestly, it feels like an upgrade from 23. Just a little bit of an upgrade, but it still feels like the same thing. I'm really rooting for Wednesday here because she came in, I believe, at number 13, 14, around there. So I'm really rooting for her. Oh my goodness, another neck snap. That's kind of weird. Like every time they like throw one over the ropes, another one hits the other one. Have you noticed that? It's happened a couple times already. Well, then that time she had her, and they're doing that thing again where they cannot spear him out for some reason. It's just not working. And look at Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot. And I don't think anyone could replace her. I think she's the embodiment of Wonder Woman. I'm kind of frustrated that her and Henry Cavill got booted. Especially Henry. I think Henry's a great Superman. It's kind of... And even Jason Momoa is great as Aquaman. But I don't know if they're going to keep him or not either. So they're going to redo DC. I mean, these superhero stuff, they need to really get an attitude adjustment. Because I don't know what is going on. Ever since that Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oh. No, not Ant-Man. No, it was Ant-Man Quantumania. Oh, my goodness. Talk about something not going to WrestleMania. That's definitely not going. That was terrible. Oh, I cannot stop thinking about it. I still have, like, flashbacks from Quantumania. And the fact that I paid for 3D. Oh, I paid matinee too. Oh my goodness. It's a pain. And there's another neck snap. Look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, I just cannot live with myself that I saw that movie. And if I ever see Paul Rudd in public, I'm going to tell him that movie was terrible. I don't care if I Love You Man was good and the first Ant-Man was good. You know, I don't care. I'm going to tell Paul Rudd someday that movie is terrible. Everything about it. And they destroyed Kane's character, and of course then all the situations with him. And he was found guilty, I guess. They did do that. I don't know the full detail of the case. So. But it was just such a shame. Such a shame. Because he's a great actor. And I really never even heard of him until these roles. So. Wow. These four have been in it for a little bit here. I hope these 4 understand they're not getting overtime pay. That's not how it works here. We're on a salary based. There is no overtime. Oh, we're going to get a good double team. Look at those chops. My goodness, every time they try to get it one, the other one grabs the other. It's annoying. Quit doing it. These 4, and look here again. They did it after I said to quit. They're not listening. I mean, the moves are nice. They have some nice moves, and I'm pulling for Wednesday here. Jesse's been in here a while too, but I don't like her dork team. So, Jesse and James and our 99-cent Pokemon that never do anything. Meowth just sits there all the time. Now, I know I probably missed the episode where, there you go again. I probably missed an episode where Meowth actually evolves, or I don't know. What I've seen of Pokemon, Team Rocket has never done anything right. Maybe there's some version where they actually do something right. But I'm more of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan than I was a Pokemon. So maybe I'm not educated enough to talk about that. But all I've seen was they were terrible villains. They had that one Pokemon that was a snake, and then that one that just gassed all over the place. It's like he ate a bunch of beans or something. It's just dumb. You know? Get a real, like an actual good one. And then Meowth just talks. Jigglypuff's like a more dangerous than them. Because she would sing. I mean, she's like the most dangerous one. If she was like more mean, it would be very bad. Imagine what she could do if she was like a killer one. I mean, she puts you to sleep and it's all over. But instead she gets a Sharpie and marks on people's faces. Like, really? They're still going. I don't know when this... I hope they're not going to pull off a Hagrid and Goldar. You know, that infamous ending. Oh, my goodness. That was terrible. Me and my friend literally sat there for an hour, like 45 minutes. And it took them 15 minutes. Just between the two of them. And, oh, my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. Wow. Well, at least it's going a little bit longer than usual. And we may get one finally here. And Wednesday, look here. Oh, man. Oh, both of them. That's a bummer. They were both in there for a while. And now we're down to these two that just really got in. It is Rogue versus Wonder Woman. It is DC versus Marvel, which is cool. Oh, man, Rogue just knocked Wonder Woman to the floor. Oh, man, what a brutal hit. And Rogue, if she flips him, she gets him. Oh, man, both of these are really, wow, they're both really fighting for this win. And Wonder Woman's got like 3 finishers. It's like, use one, please. Wow. And here we go. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You're really going to do a taunt there? Really? Oh, come on, Rogue. That was dumb. And now she's going to put in the finisher. You could have had it. That was just, she's going to go for another one. Why not? Let's just waste as much time as possible. Why are we not going for the objective of the match? To eliminate. And we'll see if she can get it here. It's like, well, she just stared at her. That's bad. That is bad. And don't tell me she's going to do it again. Okay, so she finally used the finisher properly here. Okay, awesome. So Rogue wins. It's kind of a disappointment because Jesse and Wednesday really gave it their all, especially Wednesday. And Rogue was number 30, of course. Another disappointing ending. And Rogue, you're not going to WrestleMania. Quit with the fireworks, people. Quit getting their hopes up. She's not going. She was number 30. She just ruined the whole thing. She stared. Could have ended it earlier. Had to be a show off. What's wrong with you, Rogue? Rogue has gone rogue. But she won't be going rogue at WrestleMania. I can guarantee you that right now. She's not going. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. This is our first women's one. We'll probably have another one, but it's really hard to do. We don't get as many women as we get men. So it's kind of a shame, but it's just how it is. And I'll probably at least do 2 to 3 more. I'm sure I'll be able to do that. But I'll see you all later. I hope you all enjoyed it. Kind of a bad ending, but it was pretty good overall. And I'll see you.